introductions, and I want to introduce this subject to people because I think it's profound and it's also great if you're a practitioner, because one of the 8 limbs of Chinese medicine is the Bazi, the Chinese astrology. But this course is primarily also designed for the lay person, because we need to get a good foundation into this course before we break out into medical concepts in Chinese astrology. So first, this is going to be an exciting course for people who just have an interest in this or want to delve deeper into the psychology of elements. This course is going to be really good on that level. So the course is going to consist of a number of lectures. The first one, there'll be one on fundamentals on Chinese astrology. The second one on the heavenly stems. The third one on the earthly branches. Then we're going to go into the types of charts. So we're going to analyze a lot of famous people. There's probably about 25 I think I go through. Well, maybe not that many, but around that. Now here's our pillars are set out. It's probably more straightforward than looking at Raymond Lowe's calendar, because you don't have to find the hour branch and then make another move to find the heavenly stem that sits on top. So in this calendar, it's all in one move. So we know he's born in the hour of 7:29 p.m., which is the hour of the dog. And he's got the stem Jia, which is young wood. And that determines his hour pillar there. We can see that highlighted clearly there in yellow for us to see. And that determines where they die, where they're buried, where they germinated, they seed, where they start to grow. These kind of things are really important. So here we've got the cycle of fire, which is born in the month of the tiger. It's bathed in the rabbit. It's schooled in the dragon. It graduates in the snake. It prospers in the horse, because the horse is the summer at its peak. It starts to decay in the goat. It's sick in the monkey, and it dies in the rooster. And then it's buried in the dog. It terminated the pig. And then again, it starts to seed in the rat and germinates in the ox. So when we look at this, it's kind of like a metaphor for a chart example of Jordan Peterson, who's quite prominent in the public eye at the moment, and a very interesting chart to have a little look at. So here we have a diagram of the Yin and Yang. Most of you may have already seen this. If you guys have already studied Chinese medicine, or you're martial artists, or into I Ching, Bagua, Taoist cosmology, these kind of subjects, you'll be familiar with this diagram. And we've got at the top the Wuji. The void gives birth to Yin and Yang, which further breaks down to element at the top. Fire produces earth. So to a fire self-element person, the earth element's going to represent their intelligence element. And followed by that, we have the metal element, which is going to be their money element to a fire element person. And the water to a fire type is going to be their power element. And the wood to a fire type is going to be their resource element. Keanu Reeves. Another follow the